welcome back, and welcome back. Today we're going to make some cabbage cakes. Yes, we are. Garlic salt dash. We're going to use some baking soda, butter. That is some thinly sliced. That's a half of a red onion. That's 2 cups of flour. I've got my cornstarch here, milk, olive oil, and that is half of a cabbage right there. Okay? And here's your shot of everything we're going to use. And if I didn't say, butter as well. Another one of our meatless meals. And this is actually a side dish. Let's get cooking. And the other ingredient that I forgot to show was the chopped spinach. Okay? And that's the only other ingredient. I'll be back. Alright, to this pan, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. You don't need much. Just a little bit to kind of get the juices flowing, because you know cabbage releases quite a bit of its own juices. Okay? Or should I just say water straight up? It releases plenty. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that in there. And like I said, this was half of a head of cabbage. And I'm going to also go in with those onions. As you can see how thinly sliced they are. We're going to get those in there as well. And we're just going to cook this down about 10 minutes. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of this garlic salt, because I'm not going to season this again. Okay? You can if you want to. Once you cook this up, you can go ahead and taste it. See if the flavors that you want are there. Add any flavoring that you want into this. Do what you feel comfortable with. I'm going to do the same thing with the Mrs. Dash, about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just going to cook this down, okay, for about 10 minutes. I'll come back in 5 and let you see what she looks like, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. I'll be back. Alright, this is what she looks like after 5 minutes. We're going to let her go for another 5. And then I'm going to let it cool down. But I'll come back and give you the next set of instructions, okay? So we're going to let this go for another 5 minutes, okay? Because we're keeping in mind, we're still going to cook this cabbage some more. So we're going to let her go for 5 more minutes. I want her to get good and soft for me, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, I put that whole bag of spinach in here. And I drained it. You want to drain it? Make sure you drain it as much as you can. So now I'm just going to combine it with that cabbage and that onion. And I'm just going to let this cook for 2 minutes. That's all it needs is 2 minutes. We want those flavors to get to know each other, become the best of friends. And you also want to make sure you get that spinach mixed throughout. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. 2 minutes. And I'll be back. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. And now at this point, I'm just going to take this off the stove. And I'm going to let this cool for about 30 minutes. Okay? And I'll be back. Alright, I thought I was recording, but apparently not. I've got 1 1/3 cup of yogurt in here. 2/3 of a cup of milk. I have a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and 2 eggs. Okay? And I'm just mixing it. That's what's in this bowl. And I'd already done the dry ingredients, and I'll tell you what's in that as well. So we're just going to give this a good zhuzh. Mix it up really well. And then the dry ingredients, I have the 2 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of cornstarch, and a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay? And we're going to combine that in here and with our wet ingredients. Okay? And I will definitely list all of the ingredients in the description. And then we're just going to put that on in there. And we're going to mix this on up. This is going to be kind of like pancake batter, I guess is the best way to describe it. And if it's too thick for you, feel free to add in some more liquid, your liquid of choice. You can add in some milk, but just keep mixing. It'll mix up. But you can add in some milk, depending on how thick you want yours to be, okay? I want mine to have a little sturdiness to them. I don't want them to be too wet, okay? See what I mean? Just keep mixing. It'll come together. All right, and then I'm going to get over here, and I'm going to put in the cabbage now. All right, let me get that in here. I'll be right back. All right, and now we're just going to mix that cabbage right on into that batter. Yum, yum. I'm telling you, you better make some. And we just mix it in really, really well. Look at that. And then I'm going to go over here to the skillet because we're going to fry them up a little bit. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, into this pan, we're going to go ahead and go in with about a tablespoon of butter. And we're going to let that butter melt. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. Be back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to let that melt. All right, we're going to go ahead and put them down. And like I said, we're going to kind of do it like pancakes. All right. I'm just going to use 2 spoons. Get them in there. Shape them up a little bit. And then go in and I'm just going to get as many in this pan as I can. Okay. And like I said, this is a perfect side dish, or it could be a main course. Completely up to you. However you want to do it. These are delicious. Okay. So I'm just going to keep putting them in the pan, and once I'm done, I'll be right back. All right, as you can see, we're going to fry these in batches. We're going to let them cook for about 3 to 5 minutes each side. We're cooking these on a medium heat. So depending on your stove, 3 to 5 minutes each side. We're going to flip them, do another 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be back when it's time to flip. All right, it's been 4 minutes, and let's go in for a flip. Flip them over, every single one of them. And we're going to give them another couple minutes. Look how delicious those are looking. Yum, yum. I'm telling you, you need to make some. And we're going to go in for another, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes, depending on your stove. And we're going to let these babies cook a little bit longer on that side, and they'll be done. All right. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'll be back in 3 more minutes. All right. I'm going in to start the next batch, and I'm going to put in another tablespoon of butter. Let it melt up, and then I'm going to get it in. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the next batch, and then I'll come back and give you a close-up. All right? I'll be back. And there they are. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. You know me. You'll see me on the next one. Take care, you guys.